Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Today, we're going to look at assertiveness skills. Assertiveness skills. This is where you negotiate. Assertiveness skills can be used for two things. Firstly, they can help you to communicate more authoritatively and to allow yourself to be heard by whoever you're speaking with. And also, assertiveness skills can allow you to see whether your language is maybe a little bit aggressive and to speak in a way which is more acceptable. Assertiveness skills allow you to communicate effectively, not too violently aggressive and also not too softly. Let's give a few examples. Well, imagine you come back from lunch, your boss is waiting for you, and he says, "What kind of pizza would you like?" And you say, "Well, I've just had lunch, thank you." And he says, "Oh no, it's not for now, it's for tonight. The whole team has to stay late because the project has to be finished. I'll provide the pizza. What kind would you like?" So, of course, in your head, you're thinking, "Oh no, how do I get out of this?" Some people can use assertiveness skills to refuse to stay late in a polite way. You know what it's like. You look around, all your colleagues are staring at you. Are you going to be the one that says no? And what will happen if you do? So you can use language like, what's happened? And he explains why you need to stay late. And then you can say, "Well, I really appreciate the fact that you need people, but unfortunately, tonight I can't." He says, "Oh, but you must, the whole team is staying." So you can repeat what you said before, a little bit more strong. You can say, "Oh, look, I really do understand your situation, but as I just mentioned to you, tonight I can't." If he persists, you can then begin to offer alternatives. "Well, as I told you, I can't stay tonight, but I could come in early tomorrow morning. I can't stay tonight, but you could ask John, who works in accounts. He often does overtime for us. I appreciate what you're saying. I respect your decision. I think blah, 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 but today I can't." You only apologize once, the very beginning. "Sorry, I can't stay tonight. I do understand your situation, but..." And as it goes on, you have to keep repeating the same pattern, maybe in different ways. If he starts to get aggressive, saying, "Oh, you need to stay, otherwise you could get fired," you could say something like, "Well, let's talk about it when we're calmer in the morning, but right now I'm going." Or you could offer some other cooling words. For example, "Your tone has changed. Perhaps we need to talk about this in private." Now, it sounds there like you're being very brave or doing something wrong, but you're not. You're just defending your decision. And that's how we do it in the UK. "I appreciate what you're saying, but I understand your situation, but..." And then you can apologize, offer alternatives, and if none of them are liked, you can say, "Well, sorry, but I have offered to come in early tomorrow." Of course, things could get nasty, but it's unlikely they will, although your boss may feel a little bit upset with you. The idea of assertiveness skills is not to make anyone upset, though. It's to reach a conclusion where you're both happy. And that's why you must try to work with your boss to find the solution. You don't just say no, or "I understand what you're saying, but no." You could offer some more information. "Well, I can today, but I can't stay late tomorrow. I can today, but I can do it next week if you prefer." So to use this kind of language is more inclusive and helps you to find a suitable moment where he will agree with you. If your boss is the kind of boss that always does try to push you to do things you don't want to do, maybe there's a deeper problem there. and maybe you need to go and talk to him in a quieter moment, not just when he's demanding that everyone stay late. So, assertiveness skills. Being assertive means being able to stand up for your own or other people's rights in a calm and positive way, without being either aggressive or passively accepting wrong. Assertive individuals are able to get their point across without upsetting others or becoming upset themselves. Although everyone acts in passive and aggressive ways from time to time, such ways of responding often result from a lack of self-confidence and are therefore inappropriate ways of interacting. Assertiveness means standing up for your personal rights, expressing thoughts, feelings and beliefs in direct, honest and appropriate ways. By being assertive, we should always respect the thoughts, feelings and beliefs of other people. It's not a case of knocking them to the ground and standing on them. You have to be a little bit careful with that. You have to take into account where you are and, for example, how you want the situation to be resolved. You don't just say no because you feel like it. Let's look at a few examples. So, do you think you can find the time to wash the car today? A passive response might be, yeah, I'll do it when I have time, after I've made the telephone call and cleaned the windows and prepared lunch and everything else. But a more appropriate response might be, no, I can't do it today as I've got lots of other things I need to do. I will put it on my list though. A person responding passively really doesn't have the time, but that answer didn't convey the message. My second response there, no, I can't do it today because I've got a lot of other things on, is assertive. And that's the kind of response that you want, because you're saying that you have considered his request and you're just telling him why you can't do it. Assertiveness is just as important at home as it is at work. And really, you have to be very careful you don't wander into some kind of aggression when you're talking. Look, how do you expect me to wash the car when I've got all these other things to do, huh? That would not be appropriate. A more appropriate thing to say would be, look, I really understand the car needs to be washed, but unfortunately you can't rely on me today to do that because I have many other things to do. And if the conversation continues, you can ask the person, you can say, well, if you're prepared to do this, this and this, take the kids to the cinema, take them to McDonald's, and then when you come back, do the laundry, then I'll be able to wash the car because I'll have more time after I finish my work. So you see, you can find a suitable conclusion there. So you don't want to just jump in with, no, not helping, no. That would show an underlying problem with someone like your boss. These are just a few ideas to help. I hope you found these helpful. And please do have a look on YouTube for assertiveness skills before you jump into any difficult situation. If you're caught by surprise and your boss asks you to do something you don't want to do, you simply have to say, let me just come back to you in a few minutes. And that'll give you plenty of time to plan your answer. That's all from me. See you. Bye.